What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Juju the Gamer here, and today we're going to be talking about I don't know what's the word for it, but today's topic is going to be about what's probably my top five uh plots, anime, or would that be drama? I don't. That, would that be considered drama, you guys? I honestly don't know. But anyway, we're going to be talking about my top five plots within anime. Once again, this is like the filler episodes when I'm trying to find time to edit for Haikyuu and Love Lives Forever reactions. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be sitting down talking about anime. What I can always do all the time. With that being said, let's talk about today's video. So, as you know, the last video was about plot. Wait, hold on. Plot and culture, and what also cannot be watched within the vicinity of people. This we're doing the opposite of that. So for this one, we're gonna talk about plot. We're gonna be talking about plot, anime that'll hook you in. Like after 3 episodes, it should hook you in. And just stuff like that you can probably find out years later, whoa, I never realized this when I was watching it. Let me go back and rewatch it so that I can catch that nugget in real time. So that being said, we're gonna let the intro play. Hop right into it.
You tryna ride my wave, babe, you tryna stay afloat. You don't wanna drown in this side, no. Pull you back to shore, no, you can't drive my boat. You tryna ride my wave, look.
Alright. So I have 3 main criteria for this one as well. The plot, how good is the plot? Will it keep me on the edge of my seat? Will I continue even if the action isn't as good? Will I continue watching it just so I could find out more about the overall world and the experience of the characters and what they're going through? 2, rewatchability or rereadability. Just as simple as that. If it's that good, will I just on a random day, if I don't have anything to watch or I don't feel like watching anything, am I able to just sit down and put this on? Okay? Now the third one is, I may combine the first 2. Well, I can't think of the third criteria right now, but those are my, kind of guideline, my rubrics and how I feel about this now. Just like the other one, I don't plan on going in order. Okay? I don't plan on going in order. But these will be talked about. Alright? So, honorable mention, JoJo's. Part 1. While it laid the groundwork, it was just boring. It was boring. Part 1, literally outside of Dio, boring. Jonathan loved his character, but he was boring. He was too much of a goody two shoes in my eyes. He was boring. And if part 1 wasn't 10 fucking episodes, I probably would. I take that back. If it wasn't for Dio in part 1, I literally only watched part 1 for Dio. because he was just evil for evil. Like he did not care, or he really did not have a real reason why he hated Jonathan. He was just evil. And you don't have villains like that now. He was just evil just to be fucking evil. And I loved it. Wasn't for Dio, I probably would have dropped it. I'm not joking. I would have dropped JoJo's if it wasn't for Dio. Now, after part 1, literally after 10 whole fucking episodes, this is something that I've always loved about JoJo. Each part is a different member of the family. So part 1 is, the main patriarch. Part 2 is his grandson. Part 3 is part 2's grandson. Part 4 is part 2's, what's the word I'm looking for? Part 2's son that he had on the side. He had an affair, basically. Part 5 is part 1 and 3's main villain's love child. You don't know how that. Yeah. Part 6. Part 6 is the main character for part 3's daughter. So each different main parts 1 through 6, has a different. It's a different member of the Joestar family. Different member of the Joestar family. And each story is different. Each story is different. They have different powers. They have different characters, and different goals that each character wants to have. Like let's say, for instance, part 3 wanted to save his mom from a deadly disease, so he had to kill Dio. Part 4 wanted to save his hometown. Part 5 wanted to be a gangster. I'm not joking. He wanted to be a gangster. Part 6 wanted to save part 3's memory. Like he literally got his. If you haven't read part 6, I'm not about to spoil it. But yeah, that's basically. But after part 2, JoJo's kept me on the edge of my seat. Like I'm really waiting for part 6. Part 6 is probably one of my favorite parts. I really enjoyed it. But overall, I enjoyed JoJo's outside of part 1. Part 1 is the reason why it's not in my it's an honorable mention. Part 1 was just boring as fuck. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. First up, Full Metal Alchemist.
I couldn't kill you, but I'd like to try and prove you wrong. So let's see, how many times is it gonna take?
Brotherhood, not the show. Brotherhood. I got hooked on this show so damn fast. I remember watching it for the first time because I kept hearing about how Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the greatest dubs of all time. And I kept hearing about it. I'm like, I don't know. And something just said, try it. I tried it, and from episode 1, I got hooked. Like, Edward and his brother basically trying to revive their mother, and it went terribly wrong. Where his brother basically now has to live out of a damn armor, and Edward basically lost his arm and legs. Like, from that moment on, I said, "Oh, this is fire. This is fire." From literally the first episode, I'm like, "This is fire," and I literally sat down for an entire day and binge watched it. Might not have been for an entire day. Might have been give or take 2 or 3 days. It was like 50 episodes. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the greatest anime I've ever watched. And I'm not joking. It really is. From the storytelling to the drama to the shock moments, including that bastard Show Tucker, including him. Like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood will have you on the edge of your seat and be like, damn, this is really good. And that's why, like, Fullmetal Alchemist probably is going. It is one of the greatest English dubs ever. Like some English dubs you have that are just flat out awful. Then you have those that are just like, eh. Then you have those that you know they was like, oh, they were just having a ball. They were having the time of their lives recording this. And then you have some that were just like, damn, this is perfect. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is damn, this is perfect. Like it really was. I enjoyed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood a lot. Number 2, Assassination Classroom.
Here now. Karma is first and foremost a combat assassin. He relishes process, the bargaining, the strategy. Only when he's gone through the moves will he deal the decisive blow. Nagisa, on the other hand, is a pure assassin, single-mindedly searching for the one strike that will secure victory.
Now, when I first heard of this, I was like, why is there a giant tentacle monster teaching a bunch of students? What the fuck is this? This is going to go terribly wrong. And he's teaching this class to kill him so that he doesn't blow up the moon? What? Like the premise did not make a lick of sense to me whatsoever until I watched it. Like with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I literally sat down and was like looking for something to watch, and I was like, I was like on my timeline and in YouTube comments, I keep seeing this. Maybe it's time for me to watch it, and bro, it was fucking amazing. Assassination Classroom is one of those you'd be like, I don't really know about this. Let me just give it a try, and you'll be like, oh, this is fire. This is fucking amazing. Like literally the main story is Kuro Sensei is teaching these kids how to be assassins so that they can kill him so that he does not blow up the moon or Earth, basically. And the reason why he's like, and you might be thinking, why the hell is an alien trying to teach human children on how to kill him? How to kill him? That's dumb. Well, this is probably a spoiler if you haven't watched it. He fell in love with a human woman. He fell in love with this woman. It was like basically like a lab accident happened where she died, and her last wish was for him to do something with his life, or like find purpose in his life, or it was something along that lines. It's been a while since I watched Assassination Classroom. Don't judge me. But I just remember that moment almost had me in tears. I was like, damn, that's why he's a teacher now. And then the ending had me in tears as well. The ending, I'm definitely not spoiling. You got to watch that on your own. You just got to experience that for yourself. All right. Number 3. Psychopaths.
なんで鴻上さんが謝るんですか？なんだかお腹空きました。
いきなり飯の話か。
何かおごってください。
了解だ。
This was I love science fiction. I'm going to repeat this. I love science fiction. And at the time of Psychopaths, the thing that really dominated science fiction was isekai a la Sword Art Online. And so I was looking for something different to watch. And I came across, a Psychopaths poster, and I was like, oh, this kind of look fire. What is this? Psychopaths is basically a story in where the government implemented a system called Sybil, where they monitor people's mental health. That's literally it. The system monitors people's mental health. And depending on if your mental health is green, yellow, orange, or red determines if you are a threat to society or not. Okay, the green means you're in the clear. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Yellow is probably got some slight issues. Orange is where you might be a threat. We're probably gonna put you, into holding it where you can get your Q. Back to green. Red is, oh no, you're a threat to society. We're blasting the fuck out of you. And so the way they have it is they have these guns that can tell people's mental color, and that it changes depending on what threat you are. And if you're red, it'll like shift. The gun is called a denominator. It'll shift to where one shot you gone. One shot your whole body is just like vaporized. And not only was the story amazing, just to find out that the main character, Akane, her hue is literally always green. But because her hue is always green, she's able to see some of the things that are wrong with this system. Because literally there's one episode where a woman gets raped. I shit you not, a woman is being sexually assaulted, but because the assaulter's hue isn't orange, it was like orange, like it was a threat, but he wasn't like an instantly killed threat. But because she was being raped and sexually assaulted, her hue was going red. So what ended up happening was she ended up getting killed because her hue was a threat, while the other dude just got arrested. And so, I kind of started having doubts about the system to the point where the entire second season, like the first episode, the first season was about this gang of guys, it's finding, ways around the system so that they can do crimes going undetected. The second season is all about where the civil system is going wrong and what's the issues with the system. Now, I will say this: I have not watched the third season, but they said it is good. If they said it's good, I will sit down and watch it. But I have always enjoyed Psychopaths. It's probably one of my favorite series of all time. But the first two seasons alone had me hooked. But let's move on. Attack on Titan, bro. I don't.
ちょっと見せて。いや、人がこれは絵ではない。これは被写体の光の反射を特殊な紙に焼き付けたもの。写真という。私は人類が
I don't even know where to start with this, man. Now, Attack on Titan started off as, we're going to be killing all these giant human-like creatures that have killed everybody in our town. Eren, Armin, and Mikasa, they all grew up together. And, they were all the way together in their hometown until they got destroyed by Titans. And that was the premise of the first season, like just trying to, the first couple episodes was like, oh, we're just gonna be killing Titans. We're gonna be killing these human-like creatures because they ruin people's lives at the drop of a hat. You don't know they're coming. You can't stop them unless you're trained to stop them. Only to find out there has been some major twist along the way. From Eren getting Titan powers from his old man to like literally two of their classmates within the academy were the two Titans responsible for starting the destruction of Eren and Mikasa and Armin's hometown. Like what? Like literally, this is how it was just brought up. After they had stopped the Titan invasion, they literally just walked up to him and was like, "Hey, I'm the Armin Titan. This is the Colossal Titan." like at the drop of a hat. Like, and as soon as he said that, it was on. Like, a fight happened instantly. And, you know, season 1 was just amazing. Now, a lot of people did not like season 2. I don't know why they did not like season 2. I love season 2. Season 2 got into the frame of, it got to the story. It's like, okay, we knew these Titans are killing people, but where the fuck did they come from? How were they this close to, you know, how were they this close? What the fuck is in Aaron's basement? Why is it so important that we get there? You know what I'm saying? That was basically season 2 and season 3 implemented on the story. So season 2 was about how the government was using the Titans' powers to basically save themselves. Like the ruling power used the powers of the Titans for peace. Basically, but because the ruling power was basically hypnotized, they didn't want to cause conflict with the Titans. They were letting other people get killed because of that. You know what I'm saying? So season 2 is all about the government role. It was more about expanding upon the Titans, expanding upon the world. Season 3 was all about getting back to Aaron and Mikasa and Armin's hometown and trying to find out what was so important in the basement of what was so important in Aaron's basement back in his hometown. Come to find out that there is a whole different world out there, and that did this part get animated? Where they actually showed how the Titans came to be, who the Titans are, who was the Titan that killed Aaron's mom. So like all crazy kind of background shit that went on in the first season is literally all explained in seasons 2 and 3 and upcoming 4. Attack on Titan, I will die on this hill. Attack on Titan is going down as the greatest anime of all time. It is going down as one of the greatest anime of all time. And I'm saying that because I'm caught up in the manga. I know what the fuck is going on. It is going down as one of the greatest of all time. Like Isayama is perfect what he's doing in terms of like world building, putting hints here and there, and then coming back around full circle later on and explaining what the fuck what happened there. What is the background here? Like, bro. For people that's waiting for season 4, get ready. Attack on Titan is going down as one of the best of all time. It's going down as one of the best. So, now that that's over, we're going into, that was 4, right? Yeah. I believe that was 4. Yeah. I gotta find a name for this. So, Steins Gate.
どの世界線のどの時間どの場所にいようとも俺はお前が好きだった改めて言うマキセクリス俺はお前が好きだ
Season 1. I have not watched season 2, but I heard it was fantastic. Like I said with Psychopaths, I love science fiction. I was on the science fiction genre one day, and I kept seeing Steins Gate as like literally the #1 rated science fiction, #1 or #2 greatest science fiction anime, and I'm like, how? What in the what? And I didn't understand it until I watched it. Steins Gate is a time traveling visual novel. The people that made Steins Gate have also made what was it called? Chaos Head, Chaos Child. But all their different visual novels are all on like one single timeline, if that makes sense. They're all on one single timeline. So Steins Gate is a story about what the fuck happens when time travel goes wrong. What happens when time travel goes wrong? Now, the first couple episodes was, world building, character building. Well, actually, no, it was not. I am tweaking. The first episode ended off with a damn cliffhanger where somebody ended up dead. Somebody ended up dead. The main character ended up in this white space where he ended up on a different world line. He came to, and then at the end of episode 1 or in the end of episode 2, he went back to where he was supposed to be and saw the same girl that was alive dead. Yeah, I know. Insane, right? Somehow she was alive. So right then and there, I was hooked. I'm like, how the hell is she alive? We just saw her get killed. How is she alive? Because of that, they went on this full-on adventure about the different world lines, time travel, what could go wrong regarding time travel, to where one of the main female characters ends up getting killed. And the main character, Okabe, literally, like, I kid you not, my Yuri got killed early on in the episode. He spent the entire rest of the episode traveling to different world lines, and every time my Yuri died. To the point where he was convinced that it was fate. Like I forgot how they got past it, but he had to go back in time so many times to find a world line, to where she died. He had to go back in time. And Steins Gate was just amazing. The ending had me on the edge of my seat. The ending, Okabe and Kurisu fell in love with each other. But, and this is the fucked up part, in order to save my Yuri's fate from happening, Kurisu had to die. That was it. Kurisu had to die, and he didn't want her to die. I mean, he didn't want to kill her, but at the end of Steins Gate, in order to save his friend and and go about the correct path, that like literally from episode 1, it shows that Okabe found her. In episode 25, it showed that Okabe was the one to kill her in order to protect the timeline, in order from the timeline to not go completely off the rails and end up in a fucking World War III. Like literally Kurisu had to die in order for World War III not to happen. And I believe that's the plot of Steins Gate 0 or Steins Gate Season 2. Is what would have happened, if Okabe had not gone back in time and killed Kurisu. What would have happened? And I believe that's the plot of Season 2. I have not watched Season 2, but I heard it was great. I heard it was also another visual novel, Steins Gate 0, so I might play that. But these are probably the top 5 storylines or plots that I've just wholeheartedly fell in love with, that got me on the edge of my seat very early on, and I can still watch to this day, go back and watch time and time again. But that's Juicy the Gamer. I'm signing out. See you next time on the next video.